I know.
That's like in an internal report.
Yeah. And other categories of documents said these are Chinese, Japanese type or dark-skinned European type. But then referring to them, they called them the N type, the N type. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I just think, how stupid. Do you know what I mean? Why would you do that? Why would you even feel the need to do that? And then Seema, she was pregnant with her second child when she was jailed after being wrongly convicted of stealing from the post office. She ran in Surrey, was just clearly a little bit pissed off.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. You know, as you would be. Now I think because they had a racist thing in their mind, my case could have been different if I wasn't Indian. So now it just adds weight to the fact that these institutions are institutionally racist.
Racist, yeah. So was anything actually stolen?
Well, money went missing, but it didn't go missing because of the person. It went missing because of a fault in the software.
It just misappropriated it.
Yeah, basically, you know, like, so they're doing their accounts and everything, and the software's saying, like, so much goes there, so much goes there, you earn so much. It was the software that fucked up. It wasn't the person. Yeah. So they did nothing wrong.
And they were actually jailed as well.
They were put in prison for. So I mean, this is an old story. The new story is that the FOI reveals that they were quite racist about it. And called their black people the N-word.
And there's a compensation fund of 30 million.
Yeah.
How long would they be in prison for then?
Well, they're not now.
Yeah, but how long were they in prison for?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Let's have a look.
It sounds ridiculous when you think what people go to prison for. I mean, I know stealing ain't great, but
yeah, but it's always the same, though. I mean, any time you steal money from the government, like you scam your tax or your VAT or whatever it may be, they throw the book at you. But then someone can interfere with a child and get some sort of public order.
Yeah, and a fine.
Community service and a fine, and they have to live in an halfway house for 2 years.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just looking to see how long she was in prison for. Let's have a look. I'll search for it. What was her name? Seema Misra, how long in prison? Seema Misra, how long in prison? Hold on, let's have a look. Seema Misra, how long in... I spoke to Alfie.
Huh?
I spoke to Alfie.
Oh yeah, we said that you rang.
Just to see how he was.
It was
there was 700 post office workers were prosecuted.
Oh no.
Between 1999 and 2015.
I know, but it was a big thing. It wasn't, you know, nothing. It was quite a big thing.
I remember it.
Well, when you're busy, sometimes you miss these stories, don't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous, that is.
She was jailed for 15 months for theft and false accounting. And were it not for her unborn child, she'd have got a lot longer.
Oh my God.
I know. I don't know how long she actually served.
Do we compensate people in the UK like they do in America? You know, like if you're in prison.
Well, I think that's what this fund is for, isn't it? This 30 million. I mean, to be honest with you, the post office should be paying. Really, shouldn't they? I mean, you know, it's disgusting. But you know, I mean, that was bad enough. They were put in prison, hopefully, but they'll be compensated on. I mean, like that. I mean, they said that a lot of them, they've lost their businesses, their respect,
reputation, everything.
Sorry?
Their reputation, everything.
Everything, you know, everything's gone, and they did nothing wrong. It was a cock up on the post office side.
It was an error, yeah.
Mistake on the post office side.
So they were.
You called him.
Yeah. So they were just maliciously prosecuted.
Well, at the time, when they were prosecuted, the prosecution thought they were doing the right thing. You know, they were prosecuting because they really felt they'd been embezzling money out of the post office. But then it came to light that it wasn't them, because they were all protesting their innocence. Somebody very clever looked into it further, and they found that it was the software.
I wonder what
wasn't
proof.
Them at all.
They must have had some kind of proof in order to prosecute. So I wonder what proof.
Well, I think until somebody
disproves
until somebody worked out with the software, their proof was this money was missing. The software was saying that, you know, the post office should have got this much money and they didn't, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't been into that side of it. I mean, for me, that's done. Hopefully they'll get compensated. There's you can't. How do you compensate for your life and your reputation and the standard in the community? I mean, you just can't, can you? So I don't suppose they'll ever really get over it. I mean, spending 15 months in prison when you're pregnant with your second.
Was her child born in prison then?
I don't know. So I'm saying 15 months in prison. I don't know how long she actually served, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? You got sent to prison, and your sentence was lenient because you were pregnant. So if you weren't pregnant, you would have got.
I find that, I mean, an institution like the Royal Mail to make a cock up like that.
Yeah. Well, people just had to read further into the story, but the thing is, I think that was dealt with a few years ago. You know, the story now is that they wanted, you know, the people that were campaigning from them wanted all the information that had been written about them. You know, what did the emails say? And when they've got it under freedom of information, they're calling people racist slurs.
Yeah, but I mean, that just goes towards the argument that it's malicious.
That's right. Yeah, it does. Or, I mean, how many white people were? I don't know that. How many white people were
prosecuted? Yeah.
And it's such a shame, because I kind of work under this premise that we're not. Of course, there are racist people around, but we're not a racist country, you know. We're quite good, and then something like this happens, and I thought, for crying out loud, you just spoil it for everyone. But anyway, so that was my
and that, you know, I don't know if you've seen it.
Really, I just thought it was good to
I don't know if any of you see the news or you followed this.
Bill, is that me or you?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, it's me then. In that case, hold on. Let's take these out. Go back to
basics.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. I shouldn't have sat down.
What's that?
I said I shouldn't have sat down.
Why, you like to go back to the sleep?
I could quite easily go.
Sorry.
Can you hear me now, Claire?
Yeah, I can hear you now. My earphones.
Do you remember that? Do you remember the lady that went missing? Well, didn't went missing. She died. Nicola Bulley.
Yes.
Right, and then they say today they said that she's drowned. Like, that's the official. She drowned, and there was no evidence of an assault.
Yeah.
But what I can't work, I was reading this book. I never really took much notice of it, but it all seems very strange.
Yeah, it's odd. I agree.
It's odd, yeah.
And like a mobile phone was found on the bench.
Yeah.
A dog was found running with no lead on.
Yeah.
The harness had been taken off.
Yeah.
And this lady just ends up. I mean, all that searching they did.
Yeah.
She was like 18 feet away from where they were looking.
Yeah, I know.
Just tucked under a bush. And I just find it very, very strange.
But in my head, my only thing that I think could have happened is that she took the dog's harness off for the dog to go for a swim. Dog got into trouble. She went in.
Yeah.
But they said the dog wasn't wet.
Well, yeah, but dogs dry off quite quickly, don't
they?
So, I mean, but not use that.
Not in the winter.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, I haven't heard enough to make me feel, oh my God, there's something really suspicious going on here. You know, I think it must be hard for the families, because you want a reason, don't you?
That's what I'm saying. They're never going to get an answer. Like, they'll always have that doubt in the back of their mind.
Absolutely. You know, you'd always be thinking. I mean, she was a woman that sadly had her own issues. It's not like she was.
No, yeah, she was not very well.
She wasn't very well, and so it's not one of those cases where I think there's something more going on here. I've got to be honest. I think it's sad. I feel sorry for her family.
Yeah,
I don't think
it just all seemed a bit suspicious. I mean, I've been reading up on loads of stuff, and another one I've been following. I know I've thrown a couple out there, but is that nurse Lefby?
Oh, what? Murdered all the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, she just sounds like she is a lunatic. I don't mean like she's saying like vile things.
Yeah.
I mean like the things that she was heard saying and stuff like reasons for why you would do it. Like, oh, I was setting them free, or I wanted to see what happened when you added this to this.
Well, she's got some deep-set psychological issues, hasn't she? But I don't think that excuses what she's done. I think she needs to be punished for what she's done. But she's not right, is she?
But she's adamant that she didn't do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like she's absolutely adamant that she's not done anything wrong. And I just think it's like evil personified, isn't it?
Yeah. That's right. Well, this is. I mean, that she can say she hasn't done anything wrong, but that doesn't mean she hasn't done anything wrong, does it?
But I don't see how you could do that to a baby. You could. It was laid in a cot.
Yeah.
And
but you're same thinking. I mean, and she's clearly not. That she's got other things going on. Excuse me.
Yeah, but. It's just weird because for all the people that have given like testimony about her and known her for years, so no, she's lovely. She's this. She's that. She's looked after my kids over a weekend, and you think, oh, let me escape there.
Well, Myra Hindley would have been nice to someone.
This is true. Yeah, she was someone's auntie.
Yeah.
So,
someone would have liked her at some point.
Yeah.
So so you got to me that smacks of covering your tracks. That smacks of I'm going to be an evil bitch in hospital, and when I'm out, I'm just going to pretend that I'm this really lovely, cuddly.
But that is where I get really where is the line between having a mental illness, because that's control, right?
Yeah.
If you can do that, then you can control it.
Well, it's psychopathic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you've got this. It's almost like multiple personalities, even. It's like you're able to have this persona where you're this lovely, nice person.
On
the other hand, you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
And you want to kill babies, and your reasoning is that you're setting them free. Or you just want yeah. Obviously we're speaking not as professionals, but we're only reading the stories.
But it's the same as you go with serial killers, don't they? Most of them have normal home lives. They've got wives and children, and
absolutely. I mean, look at the fella, the policeman that. Oh, it was awful when he whipped off the street. What was that lady's name?
That Wayne Cousins.
Yeah, Wayne Cousins. And the girl that he whipped off the street. For all intents and purposes, he had a family life going on. He had kids and what have you. But he was flashing at people. Was it through a McDonald's drive-through or something, or something like that? Yeah. I mean, what is going on in their heads? I mean, they're not right, are they? They're not right. But that absolutely doesn't take away that they need to be punished for what they've done.
Yeah.
Well, same as the other one, the other copper that was keeping the woman in the cupboard under the stairs.
I know. They're mad.
Just like assaulting her at will.
Yeah.
When he come home from a long shift, he'd assault her and then throw her back and lock her in the cupboard.
Yeah. You
think to yourself, these are people that you want to come and save you.
That's right. I know.
When the shit hits the fan, you want him there.
I mean, some serious damage has been done to the police services.
Yeah. I mean,
I was listening to that Mark Rowley on the radio the other day, and I just think, I don't know how you can come back from this. This is not something that you're going to be able to sort out in 12 months.
No, that's right. No, it's not.
It's not going to be something.
To be honest with you, I kind of, because now here's a story. He was on GB News last night. He was on Andrew Doyle's Andrew Doyle, who's a comedian, but he's also an author and a really sound bloke from what I can see. But there was a fellow at Speaker's Corner, and it was one of those Christian speakers, like spouting different passages of the Bible, that sort of thing. But anyway, a load of and they looked like radical Islamists came up, and they beat him up, right? And the police, people were filming it as proof for the police. The police, when they came, the police didn't want to know.
Yeah,
the police didn't want to know. So what's that all about? So to me, I'm thinking, is that what was going on in all these grooming gangs then? The police don't want to know because they're worried about being racist. Now, I don't want to be racist. I don't want to be a racist country at all. But call it out. You can't stand back. It is. Yeah, it's from dealing with these people. Who cares if they're Islamists?
I think the point that the Met should worry about being racist, that ship sailed a long time ago.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, when it happened, unfortunately, with that Stephen Lawrence.
Yeah.
I mean, that was when everyone knew. Everyone used to say that the police were racist, but that was when everybody knew.
Yeah.
That they actually are. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
And that what Mark Rayleigh was saying about recruiting from ethnic backgrounds.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, you can recruit from the Asian background, the Afro-Caribbean background. It's not going to change.
It's not going to change. No.
You can't polish a turd.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I just think that doesn't matter how much you put into it.
No.
The police officers that cause the problems are already employed.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and good luck trying to wheedle them out.
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be a nightmare.
Because after all the publicity they've got, all the bad ones now are going to double down on being more careful.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, what about that one who was? Oh, you'd have to get him up, Bill. The one who was head of
recruiting
child sexual abuse. He was head of that, and he was a child sex offender.
Oh God!
Loads of stuff. Can you get it up?
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah, get it up for me because you'll be quicker than me. Found it?
Hold on. Was it to do? He's in Bury, isn't he?
Huh?
Was it from Bury?
I can't remember, but is that the one? So he's a he's boss of something. He's boss of like the child. I want to say the child sexual abuse sort of service-ish.
Well, unfortunately, the results have brought up so many.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have a look actually.
I mean, there's one of a Servian Thames Valley police officer.
Yeah.
Engaging with activity with a child between 13 and 15.
Yeah.
That was last week.
Last week.
Last week, yeah. That was on Thursday, June the 15th. He was arrested.
All right, there's another one here. When was this? Hold on.
24-year-old officer based in Amersham.
Okay, so in January, this isn't the one I was talking about, but Met officer who was posted at school admits child sexual abuse offences. It's like they come into this career as a cover.
Yeah.
You know, they do it as a cover. Now, I mean, if you've committed offences before you join the police, well, then it would be picked up on a DBS type check. Well, they do a DBS. They do a better one than that actually. Yeah, they pick it up.
But now they're thinking of relaxing that, though. But that's another.
Right, but if you are doing it and you've never got caught, and then you join the Met, these kids are prime. These women are prime. You know, for you to these races are these are prime place for them. Oh, I don't know. But
the thing is, they've got access to women at women's shelters.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Refugees, they've got all sorts.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this guy that was arrested, he was a 24-year-old police officer who's been charged with child sex offences after a 13-year-old girl was abused on Sunday. But it was only this came out last week.
Yeah.
Thames Valley police officer, PC Luke Christopher Horner, based in Amersham, has been charged with one count of engaging in penetrative activity with a child. Aged 13, and one of making an indecent image of a child.
Jesus Christ! Honestly, I just don't get it. It makes me feel nauseous.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what makes you laugh is he's been suspended from duty.
Yeah.
And will be subject to a separate misconduct investigation. He's not even been arrested.
Well, I think he will be, won't he? But it'll be under. He's been arrested, but he's just not been charged yet. I suppose they.
Oh no, he has. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's now been arrested. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So they've got to investigate. You know, they can't just drag someone to court. They've got to get
that's 3 police officers out of that one police station.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely
in the last 2 years.
Yeah. So it's a bit tragic, really. Yeah.
But it just, I mean, but when they're the people that are supposed to be protecting you, when they're the ones that are hurting you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I said, we said this all that time before ago when they put that survey out. Like parents now, especially parents of young kids or girls.
Yeah.
I've told their kids if a lone police officer approaches you,
run away.
Yeah, well, no, but I asked to go. If you're a member of the public or someone walking past, ask them to stand with you.
Yeah.
Or ask if you can go to a place inside a Greggs or a McDonald's or something like that. That's how much trust they've lost in the police.
Yeah,
that they don't even trust their own children to be one-on-one with a serving police officer.
No, that's right.
Now, if I was a police officer now, that would cut to the bone.
Yeah.
I'd think to myself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? But then all the people that think like that and just go, why am I doing this, and then leave, it opens the door for more people to come in that go, do you know what, I can use this as an opportunity to steal money or to engage with children or to assault women or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
But it's all really good putting up them posters. We're reforming. Well, we want women. We want Afro-Caribbean. We want Asian. That's just rah. It doesn't mean nothing. And especially now they're considering relaxing the rules for police to get in. I mean, obviously,
I never saw that. Where?
If you stab someone, you're not going to get in. But I mean, like for minor things,
such as
they were talking about like possession of marijuana. Like when you it has to be a certain amount of time. Between when it happened and when you apply. And as long as nothing's happened in between that time of when you were first, because because it used to be now if you'd ever received a caution, you couldn't apply to be a police officer. But now they're scrapping that.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad thing for some things, because you know when you're a kid, some kids can do stupid things. You know,
of course they can.
You go and you nick a sausage roll out of Greggs and run away. You know what I mean? When you're 15, you know.
But I don't think that anything should be taken into consideration before the age of 18.
Well, I don't know. If you murder somebody, is that?
No, I mean, obviously, like taking a life or assault or anything like that. But I mean, like minor things like you said, like
shoplifting or.
Yeah, like you're out with all your girlfriends when you're 14 and one of you nick a lipstick from Superdrug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think that should determine.
It shouldn't define the rest of your life.
No,
it should determine whether you can be a police officer in 25 years.
No, because who you were at 14 is a completely different person.
Well, yeah, your views change, your responsibilities change.
You know, so
and you just grow up.
That I agree with. But if I'm honest, I think in some ways they need to tighten up their rules, because I think they need to definitely much better in terms of psychometric testing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Can I just say, for anyone that does watch this or is watching this, the girl in the top corner, Emma, she is alive.
Yeah. So I am. I've just had a very, very, very long weekend.
We haven't just got some random stranger in there to sit and listen.
Emma's just basking in the glow that her son is a superstar.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're doing a half-hour episode. Let's end it off with talking about Alfie's show.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, it was so good. I'm absolutely knackered. They had a really bad technical issue last night, so it ran over by an hour, more than an hour.
Tell me about it. Mum and Dad didn't come home till nearly 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Was it hot?
Oh, no, it wasn't hot. It wasn't hot. It was fine. It was just a long day. And plus he got called in on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Because the so basically the same show ran Saturday and Sunday, 2 shows on Saturday, 2 shows on Sunday, but a different academy. So the morning academy did Saturday.
Yeah.
No. Morning academy did Sunday, afternoon academy did Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
But the guy who was meant to be playing Doc on the Saturday was sick.
Was he sick or did he get stage fright?
Well, I don't know. So basically, he went sick. They phoned Alfie, or they rang me and said, "Can Alfie please come in and cover Doc?"
Yeah.
So I said to Alfie, "They want you in. Like, they want you in. You've got to cover this part." And he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Like, you know, Alfie likes everything planned, and you know what he's like.
Yeah.
And I said to him, "Listen, if you want to do this, if this is what you want to do, this could happen all the time.
Yeah.
You get called in to cover, you know, fill in for somebody at the drop of a hat." I said, "So this is all really good practice." Anyway, did Saturday, did the 3:30 showing, and then the Doc felt better, so we came home. And then yesterday, it was really good. So it was like Back to the Theatre. So it was like a spin-off of Back to the Future. But every time they jumped in time, they ended up in like a different show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was really good. So they did Made in Dagenham, they did Peter Pan, they did all sorts of stuff. It was the Show That Goes Wrong. Have you ever seen The Show That Goes Wrong?
No.
You need to watch it. It's so we stumbled across it at Christmas by accident.
Yeah.
And because I was watching it thinking, oh my god, this is like the worst acting I've ever seen. But it's all on purpose.
Yeah.
What's it
called? Is it a film?
No, it's on every week, and it's a show that goes wrong. But it's done on it's always done in front of a live audience.
Right.
Yeah, but what's it on though? Telly or YouTube? What's it on?
I don't know what channel it's on now. I can't remember. But so it'll be like, I don't know. Somebody's knocking at the door, or it'll be the knock on the door first, and then they'll say their line after.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Or someone gets hit in the face with something, and it's obviously it's all put on, but it was so funny. Anyway, they did that last night. I was crying.
It's a shame that you couldn't take no film. Now, Mum said I wouldn't let you, but it's a shame you couldn't get no film.
It is a shame.
Inside the program, they've given us like a code that we can go online and buy photos.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out if they videoed it, because there was video. They were filming it from the back, but I don't know whether that was photos or filming it.
Yeah.
Get in touch with the production company. Get in touch with the company and ask them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, because I'd buy a film.
It was brilliant. So I said, I said to Claire earlier, Bill, the man sitting next to me last night didn't know that I was Alfie's mum, obviously, but every time Alfie come on, I could hear him going to his wife, "Oh my god, he's brilliant. He's so funny."
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So it was good.
But anyway, what we should do? I want to try and keep this episode below 30 minutes because it makes a difference when I'm uploading the stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
So at the moment we're on 28 minutes. We're at 28 minutes 27 seconds.
Okay.
So I want to try and keep it below 30.
Yeah.
Or at least at 30 because it makes it easier with the upload.
Yeah.
And plus, I want to edit it, so it's going to take the longer the video, the longer it takes to edit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right then.
But same time next week.
Yeah.
Same time next week. See you later.
I want to do my Scientology piece next week.
Yes.
I'm passionate about it.
Sorry.
All right then. Fine. Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.